Well, I call it part memoir, part manifesto, because listen, I think when one woman tells the truth, she invites other women to wake up to their own truth, and there is an urgency at a time like this for more women to be sharing their stories. And it's one of the reasons that I spent 10 years of my career as a magazine journalist finding and elevating stories from underrepresented communities. And, now I found myself at this point in my career where I realized I needed to take my own advice and I had to tell my own story as well. And it wasn't easy, but I felt like, if I'm going to be held up like a role model for this next generation of young leaders, then I better be doing the work to make sure that I'm telling more of the story, more of the truth. I mean, we live in this culture where we all scroll each other's, highlight reels. And I think we do a disservice to each other when we don't tell more of the story, because there's so much about this book that is not about just me. This is a universal experience. Anyone who has ever known what it is to be overlooked, undervalued, overwhelmed, othered, this is your story. Anyone who's ever come from a small town and had a big dream and was trying to figure it out, this is your story. And I wish when I was coming up, there was a book like this for me to read that was honest about the hustle behind the highlight reels that you see. And I just felt like I have more to say than I could ever fit in a pithy caption on Instagram. And I want to be a part of opening up the dialogue around some of these harder issues so that we're actually informing and educating and preparing this next generation, and also creating space for women who are my peers and even older to tell more of the truth as well for them. And so I hope that it touches people's hearts, and I hope that they see themselves on these pages.